Coach, man, welcome to the show, man. Appreciate you, man, spending some
Hey,
time with your boy, man.
what's going on? What's going on, BT, baby? How you, brother?
Man, doing pretty good. So
Pretty
this
good.
gonna
You're doing
be
well. You're doing well, man. I watched you come up as a youngster, man. You doing big things. Coming up from under Bird, man, in the PHL. You're doing wonderful. You sat in there and held your position over there, and your time came. So just keep being great, coach.
man. I appreciate that. So, like I said, this like a blast from the past because man, you've been knowing me since I've been a teenager.
Yes, sir.
And I think when I do these podcasts, I think the main thing is just, I like having interviews with people that I respect, that I've been knowing for a long time, and it's about passing the wisdom down. So as a player, I always wanted to be around the OGs, the older guys, and just kind of learning my way from just observing and watching you guys. So I just want to introduce my audience to you, give you your flowers right now, because every time I'm in conversations with folks, your name comes up, and I'm just, people don't know and realize like how small the basketball circle is as far as like St. Louis, and it's like 6 degrees of separation from like all the greats have either worked with certain coaches or worked with certain trainers and been around certain folks. And you fit that category too, of like having your hand on so many different players as they came up around St. Louis, and guys that continue to, keep their hoop dreams going. But for my audience, just kind of, give everybody a overview of who Walter Harris is, how you came up, how you grew up, and what inspired you and wanted you to be a part of this game of basketball.
Well, I tell you what. Well, it all started when I was a youngster. I'm a three sport guy. Played football, basketball, ran track. I'm from Cost Square Village, which is downtown, and a lot of kids that go there go to Vashon. And I'm also ZIPS, the St. Louis Zip, for the old heads that know about the Zips. Like, that was the #1 team to try to get on. If you were a Zip, you were one of those guys in St. Louis, because you know what we did. All around town doing halftime shows for NBA teams and just moving around and just being together, wearing the famous kangaroo gym shoes, these young kids, what's that? Yeah, the kangaroos, yeah, they were something if you had a pair of those. They came in red and they came in blue, like I said, venturing off, headed to Vashon, it was a dog fight. Mr. Floyd Ernst, I called Coach Ernst, came down our grade school, came recruiting me, Montreal Nash, and Ant Jones. So me and Ant was headed to the county because we want to play 2-3 sports,
Right.
So we laugh about it today, and he say, as long as he got Ant, he knew he was gonna get us. So So we ended up going to Vashon, and I played football. So football was already starting. They played basketball, and make a long story short, my sophomore year, Coach told me, he said, you're going to be on the outside looking in. I'm like, I never knew what that meant. You know what I'm saying? But I was a football player. I wasn't worried about it. I just did basketball. So had a nice stint with that. And watching him at practice and really mimicking all the stuff that he did, I knew that I could do that and deliver it and put my spin on it. So that's what got started my training and development. I've coached teams. We had the Running Rebels. Me and me here had probably one of the best 4th and 5th grade teams in the country. I mean, we were hot. I mean, teams had to start making super teams to beat us back in the day. So, like I said, me head coached them. I trained them, and we just went, man. So that started my journey to touching different guys and working and just training, man. Like I said, the training part to me is getting kids that really want to play basketball. I already coached kids that wanted to do it for fun, but I wanted to get kids that wanted to take it to the next level, that were hungry, and most of all, tried to reach the inner city kids that maybe couldn't get a scholarship or couldn't pay for college, but here's the way to pay for your basketball. No different when I was training you. You know what I'm saying? When you was in college, you was done. You was trying to go get some bread. You was caught in the era that you probably, you were headed your way to be a pro. You just got injured, and you had a nagging injury. I mean, you shoot that thing, and I said, B, you said, Coach, I need to get trained up. But we worked and worked and worked. Things didn't work out, but I mean, you're still in the coaching world. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, just coaching, man, training is just a different animal, man. You really can get into the kids, and you don't want to work with a kid that you wanted more than them. I've told parents, hey, I'm not the guy. Mm-hmm. It's okay. Hey, I tell the kid, hey, I'll see you in the grocery store. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing, Coach Street? And we keep it moving, because at the end of the day, it's all about trying to develop productive citizens, if I may say.
Right.
So, yeah.
And like you said, you spot them on at an early age, and you see the things that they need to work on and kind of build towards. From observing those teams from back in the day, because I got some questions about some of the Vashon teams and the pros, and just watching as far as just observing things. Like what was about watching those teams that just kind of made you realize, like, man, I can do this. I can help these guys better their game from a young age. So like, what did you see from being around the guys back then?
I saw the energy and the work ethic, man. I saw guys working constantly on their game, going from playground to playground, just trying to be great, not arguing, not fighting. Hey, man, they call a foul, here, your ball, let's go. Because there was a line of guys ready to go. Like, you didn't have time to be playing around, man. You got to get stretched. And when you coach your 4, if it's half court, your 5, over at Beckett Park or out at 40, you had to be ready, man. And if you lose, just go and leave. It's over, yeah. And that's what it was. You don't see that today, man. I ride past fairground, 0. The kids on out. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it was just the work ethic and the hungriness. And I would say that I don't even know if it was so much guys thinking about trying to be a pro. You just wanted to have a reputation in your neighborhood. They're like Duke and who, you know what I'm saying? Like today, it's like everybody, I want to be a pro, or they jump levels. You're not going from high school to pro no more. So they're not doing that. So you got to go to college first. Mm-hmm. And just like you said, you got to have the book work, and that's another thing. If you don't have the book work, I'm not training you. We're wasting time.
Right.
We're wasting time. You're not getting grades. I can't feel, I don't feel right. I'm cheating myself and I'm cheating you. Mm-hmm. I'm turning you into a killer and you ain't eligible.
Right.
It's not fair. No, that ain't how it works, man.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't how it works, B. And you know that, man. You had to go to school, and you had to get grades, and you had to hold yourself accountable, man. And these kids today, a lot of them don't want to be held accountable. Now the ones that are training, they're on something different, But these guys are just think, hey, I just want to be on a team and get a backpack, and pair of shoes, and say I'm play with coordinator of Vashon, or St. Mary's. Well, that fat's gonna get cut anyway. Sooner or later.
Nah. What are some of the things that you've noticed, because you're around a lot of coaches, and from just the apex, you saw the glory days of Vashon and Coach Irons, and what he was able to do with those guys coming from you guys come from meek beginnings, and this is kind of like, man, how do a coach and a program is able to transform a person to keep them on the right track? And were you able to observe some of those things as far as these guys are doing this to keep these guys out of trouble? Because you kind of hit on it.
It was keeping us in the gym. The gym was always available 7 days a week. They found a way if they had to get the janitor to open it up. Sometimes me, my trail, and Aunt Morgan, we would go in at 6 a.m. before school, man. Dickie, we knew the custodian. He was from my neighborhood. He had to be there at 5:30. So he said, as soon as I get the lights on, y'all come in. Y'all know where the ball's at. So guys took initiative to get in school early, get shots up, get showered, and then get to class. The whole team didn't do it, but guys that really wanted to do it, they went that extra mile, man. And practices were so competitive. Like, if a guy sprained an ankle, hey, roll him off, ice him up, next guy up. And you might not, you might miss minutes. If you don't get yourself healthy, hey, you can cut into your minutes because that guy stepped up and got your minutes. So it was a very
and it made for people to have that to be able to battle through some adversity too, because kind of like what you're saying, if I know if I get injured and I'm just hanging out in the training room, then that's more time that the next guy's getting, that I might end up losing my job when I come back and I'm healthy. So now I got to be able to have a high pain tolerance and fight through things, because now I know, look, if I miss, that's my time that I'm gone. So now I have to take care of my body and make sure that I'm doing everything necessary, because you said it. The guys have to be ready. Stretch, you loose. Because when I'm out here, my plan is to be out here for a couple hours.
That's right.
Putting in a lot of work, you know.
Right.
So talk about that aspect of the game, because we're going to talk about some of the players that you work with. But what are some of the things that you kind of talk to them about as far as making sure that they invest in their body, taking care of their body, to be able to have that output of you know, to keep trying to get to the next level and the next level. So what are some of the things that you tell
the number one thing, BT, is you gotta rest. If you don't get rest, you ain't hitting on nothing. Rest and nutrition. Like I said, Tony right here. Rest and nutrition. There go your guy, man. He right on time, coach.
Come on, man.
Coach, that's your man.
You up next. Come on, we got to get you in here.
Yeah, he on time, coach. We're going to talk about it. Yeah.
What's up?
What's going on, man? Tony Burks, man. Everybody know Tony Burks, man. One of the greatest dragons of all time, man. And glad to see that you continue your playing journey. So I'm trying to get some info with Coach 3 on, you know, all of the players that he's trained and worked out and coached. And, man, you add to that legacy, too. So just keep grinding, man.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Go on there and get stretched, kid. He going through, I told you, remember earlier, I told you going through some stuff with his teeth and mouth, and wisdom teeth, actually. So you know how they go. Yeah, but anyway, Coach, rest, nutrition. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by, you may not be able to get the best of food, of the great foods, but fruits and vegetable guys, all these, they have great sales on all this stuff. And sometimes I gotta go out and try it. You know, I never ate a tangerine before. Hey man, what? It's okay. I'm gonna bring you one. I never ate a pomegranate. What is that? You know, I've never ate grapes before. I've never ate bananas. I don't know what, orange. I just drink orange juice. See, these are cheap ways that you can fill your body with fruits and vegetables, natural grown stuff, man.
Natural,
processed food, man.
Nature candy. All these guys, they eat so much candy, not knowing that, man, it's nature candy. It's candy out here that, or instead of having assorted flavors of things, eat the natural stuff. The cherries, the grapes, the bananas, and then before you know it, it becomes a lifestyle.
And I'm already knowing by me feeding you this knowledge, which is already back your head, your next training table with the kids, you're gonna have fruits and vegetables. I'm already know what you're gonna do. You're gonna sit it out there for them and say, hey man, try to eat. Hey, have a banana with me. Have some grapes with me, and tell me what you think. You know, let's have a grapefruit together. You know, and you gotta introduce it to these kids, because a lot of them, they don't have the money. Oh, I can't eat that. I can't get a salad every day, man. Go to Aldi's. You can make it happen, because you gotta trade in the stuff that you love, the McDonald's, the Pizza Hut, the fried chicken, There's ways. There's ways, guys. So we now have to introduce these kids to this stuff. We can't talk about it. We got to bring them to the forefront and let them try it. And you got vegan meat out here. You got all type of stuff going on now, so that we didn't have. So what I'm saying is, the introduction has to be, you know, we got to get it towards these kids and just go from there, man. But nutrition, getting your rest, and and getting your spirit together also, man. Like I tell these kids, man, how do y'all go through a whole workout and if you don't know this guy's name, you don't tell him good shot or great rebound? We're gonna fist pound. We're gonna touch each other after every drill because we're connected by this ball. When we in practice, we're connected by this ball, y'all. That's the energy, that ball, that round ball. Only one person can score it at a time, but we all connected by it. It's crazy, man. This game deep, man.
No, and it's one of those things, if you take it serious, it's one of those things, man, that can have you travel the world. I mean, obviously, we just had a player right now that you're working with, that I've worked with, that I've been knowing since been about 13, 14 years old, who's continuing his journey. And it's so many, like you said, there's different stages to this. And so when you get that type of information, this information, as far as when you're talking about nutrition and eating right and getting rest, can have him prolonging his career probably another 10 years because some older guy gave him some game as far as saying, like, look, you get your work in, you work out, now you need some rest. Go to sleep at night. Don't be trying to hang out and bounce from club to club and going here and going there. The phone, because your investment that you're making to keep this journey going with this career, your body got to be top notch. Right. We all love nice things. So why would you put something in your body that's going to hurt yourself for long term, especially if you're investing in your body and you're doing some things as far as a professional type atmosphere? You got to be able to keep this thing going for the output. You want to have good outputs. You want to be able to score them 20 points and grab them 10 rebounds. You can't do it if you hungover, if you tired, if you eating McDonald's and BS all day, right? That makes sense.
This is true, Coach. Yeah.
Man,
for sure.
You kind of touched on a little bit, and I kind of want to get your insight on this. But when we talk about like youth coaches, the youth culture, I'm involved with the kids at the youth age, at the high school age, at that early stage age. What are some of the things that you see from your growing up, from being around the pros, the Zips, seeing that organization from back in the 80s to what's going on now with the youth programs? Touch on that. Take us through the history of the Zips first, and then talk about the transition from what you see with your own eyes when it comes to the youth scene today.
Well, like I said, with the St. Louis Zips, man, you had a massive trial out at Tilly's Park. You were doing leapfrogs, you was doing jumping jacks, you were doing all type of stuff, man. And you were competing against every kid that was in the city or the county. Came down and trial for this team that only kept about 12 guys. So
wow.
With that, Coach, is discipline and also loyalty. There's no loyalty in youth sports right now, Coach. Kids playing on 5 and 6 different teams. For what?
Yeah.
If you got you a good coach, stick with it. See, when me and B-Head was running this show, we had 2 games a week and 3 practices. You had enough time to get your homework done. You didn't have time to go play on another team. And, playing on another team, playing on 2 teams, the philosophy of the coaches are going to be different. So now you got bad chemistry coming back, and that ain't good. So if you find a good coach, man, just stick with him. And there's too many games being played right now, Coach, and enough training. There's not enough basic training. I know y'all saw it. I know y'all saw what Gilbert Arenas' son did. Don't act like y'all didn't see it. He went at KD. He's 17 years old. He didn't do no 9-ball dribbles. He was basic mob. Got it done.
Yeah.
I told the kids afterward, I got me a black T-shirt on the way with Carly Jones on it. They asked me, who was that? I said, that's the guy that gave the USA a triple-double. What are you talking about? Where were you at? 5'10", got to his spots, and made it happen. Those are the guys I cheer for, man. It's a big man's game. If you got a guy 6'5", can do this, and you 5'8", who do you think they're gonna take?
Yeah, it's a big man's game.
So then, if you can't pick up 94 feet, just go try to do something else.
Yeah, play an individual sport or something.
Go box, or maybe you're good at tennis. You have a good lateral movement.
Pickleball. They got pickleball now.
That's an Olympic sport now. Yeah. So there's a lot of other ways you can go with this, man. But back to what you were saying, Corey. There's no loyalty right now. You know, kids see, they got 3 gym bags. We only got 2. I'm gonna go play with them.
Right.
So, yeah. I mean, and you know, these guys with 13 and 14 kids on a travel team, who you fooling, man? Who you fooling? Bryan, wake up. Running clock, let's do the math. Running clock, 15 guys. It ain't adding up.
Yeah. So you saying that just from the mere fact, like how was these tryouts announced? Like how did it all? Because I'm trying to wrap my head around it. It was nothing like seeing that Zips van pull up or pull around. I was like, man, who is these guys? Like y'all was stars in y'all own right. Right. And I caught the tail end of it.
I thought it was a pizza company when I used to see it. I swear I didn't know what it was, man. It would come through our neighborhood and guys would jump out because we'd be leaving skate. And they come out there with these red jackets on, half gunners, we'll travel. What is that? And man, word got out, spreading around. They just drop it, say they having tryouts, and it's 14 and under. And you know, you come out and he gonna pick who he gonna pick. And he had a keen eye for what he wanted. A lot of people didn't understand the Zips. We were about scoring a lot of points. So when the MVPs came out or the high score, they were gonna always be the guards because we ran the tip out, which Vashon used to run all the time. I don't care who get it, tip the ball out down the court, and we get layups. Offense was the guard dribble down to the left side or the right side of the floor, baseline to the wing, and them the only people who shot the ball. So the baseline guy was the guy who took all the shots. And the two guards was the guys that got all the layups, period. So that's what that was it. So if you can come down, bing, don't look, bing, score, that's it. That's it.
Wow.
That's it. And people never figured it out. They're 125 points, this high scoring team. Man, if you could jump and tip the ball out and make a right hand or left hand layup, oh my God. Yeah.
Man, at age 13 or 14 is when?
Yeah. Yep. That's what happened, man. Yeah, man.
So do you think that style can still exist? Or what you just saying let me just kind of reframe this. Go ahead.
I think it could exist if you disguise it a little better. But it was high powered and quick and fast, man. But you can't be selfish. You gotta know your role.
So how often did these guys work out to be able to gain that type of chemistry? Was it just kind of like a social club? So once you get picked, was he doing everything to kind of keep these guys around? This is what we're gonna do.
3 months, man. We played like a 70, 80 game schedule. So when we wasn't practicing, we was playing. So we might have 3 games during the week and then a show on the weekend, and you just grew to understand the philosophy of the baseline to the wing. Like I knew because I was a wing. I knew that I wasn't going to score more than maybe 6 points a game. Because
But you was cool with that though.
Yeah, because it was fun. Nobody cared.
Right.
You know, like my partner Ant or Coco Kemp, they might average 28 points a game. Because they was good with laying the ball up. They didn't shoot no jumpers.
Right. They making all layups. Making the game easy. Simplifying the game.
All layups, man. All layups, man. He had that schedule. And like I said, in wintertime, we take this trip called the Big Trip, and that's when we go to New York, Canada, Detroit, all these places. He had them all lined up strategically. And we get on the road and we be going the whole Christmas holiday, meeting all the NBA guys, and just man, it was crazy. So it was kind of like a juniors globetrotter type situation.
No, that's exactly what it was. And I did some research on the actual like the team or whatnot. Uh-huh. And just it says that it started as the Kiwanis Pros. That's right. Where it started as far as I guess it's Coach Fultz.
Yeah, that's Paul Fultz. That's him. Yeah.
Okay, so Fultz started it from the Southwest Kiwanis Pros baseball program. Correct. And so what I was so listening to you say like how the whole traveling thing would kind of set up. It kind of reminds you of like the old Barnstorming baseball teams. Like, right. What was the one with James Earl, Bingo Long and the Traveling All-Star?
Well, he also had a baseball team too.
Right. Okay.
That was the.
So he got the formula. So the formula that he had for the baseball team, he just said, "Let me take this formula and put it to basketball, and we're gonna hit all of these same spots."
Underprivileged youth kids, yeah. So same thing. The colorful uniforms we was wearing. The stripes before Indiana. You know what I'm saying? Them stripes we won before Indiana. And we had the Kangaroos. So we had the Kangaroos before Vashon.
Man. So he was a visionary. So he saw all of this ahead of time. And so is it safe to say that Coach Irons kind of took that philosophy that he had and put it with, or was this going on at the exact same time?
Well, it was kind of like, well, if you played for the Zips and you was a good guard, you probably was gonna make Vashon if you went. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say it was a pipeline or anything like that. It was just like shotgun, pistol, Tony Walters, all these guys, Dawes, everybody that knew, they all played. Miles Collins, all of them, and everybody had a nickname. So that's also was a big thing too. So, after you made the team, they sat around and gave everybody nicknames. A lot of guys' nicknames stuck with him for life. Raymond Collins, Shotgun, Antonio Campbell, Shotgun, Pistol, Raymond Trice. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
man. And everybody kept these names for so long. So you get
Shotgun,
to when you get older, now you start to hear these names, not knowing that, man, you earned that nickname from what you did on the court back in the day. Right. What's some of your and I ain't gonna keep you too long. I'm just trying to get this info out. But what are some of your memorable moments growing up, coaching, training? What are some of your memorable moments, and what made them memorable that you can recall?
Well, I tell you, training Baby James and Whitney, probably some of the first two kids, sister and brother. Oh my God. I mean, just was top tier. You know what I'm saying? Antonio Windmill Rivers, man. Oh my God. Ridiculous. I mean, that kid there, man, was probably one of the hardest kids I ever trained for. If I say Tony run through the brick wall, he probably tried to do it. Mm-hmm. And he was a long time guy around this area from Hoop It Up. That was the first guy that was doing all these dunks and all that. At 6 foot, Windmill Rivers, baby. You hear me? Yes, sir. Lorenzo Gordon, man from Vashon, training him, me and him, following his pro career and being around him for 13 years as a pro. Courtney Ramey, one of the first kids that, set this city on fire, and people was questioning, was he really that age, because his IQ was so high. He was an atmosphere by itself coming up through the 8th grade, 7th, 8th grade. Nobody was nowhere near him basketball wise, and it was just unfair. So man, it's just countless kids, man. I can't name them all. But you see them and they say, "Thanks, coach," And if they speaking to me, they usually probably are a productive citizen, which was my goal. It was never for me to make you a pro. You know what I'm saying? It was for me to you to hold your head up, how to raise a family. You know, I got kids now that are in med school. My last little bunch of kids is one kid's kid from Luther North is at Air Force now. He's doing well. Bryce
Spiller,
yeah, he's doing well. Me and him connected it as 7th, 8th grade. Lil Kiki, he's in junior college. Aaron Walker, Mihay's son's a freshman at over there with Tony. You know,
turn it up.
It's like, man, and you know, I trained Tony, man, when he's gonna be a pro, man. When he left Arkansas, Arizona. Ozark, College of Ozarks, yeah. So it's just like, man, see these guys, man, you just say, wow, you know, you just,
man, you got a long list.
Thank you. And then to see you following your path, you know, I said, BT used to shoot that thing, man.
Working, you know, and was around a lot, like I said, a lot of seasoned guys that just, you know, they didn't want nothing from. They just wanted to make sure that I was in the atmosphere and not getting into the street stuff, because you know how easy it is to get into the. It's easy to get into the street stuff. So they see somebody coming up.
Make sure you had what you needed. Seaweed, everybody. Look, BT up next, y'all. So we had to put that circle around you, man. And you have done, man. You've helped so many kids, and you know they don't know the story. I was there. You playing, you was running around. You and Corey Fly. You know, Corey Fly from New York, with big jeans on. You start wearing big jeans, his wife beaters. Y'all rocking the waves, and oh man,
it was that era. You know, you get somebody to come down here, because this was right on the brink of like the and one mixtape stuff. So
exactly,
he doing all of that. I'm like, damn, I need to stay close to you, because I'm trying to get that in my repertoire. You know what I'm saying? Man. So yeah. Nah, you touched a lot of kids. So what do you want your legacy to be remembered as?
Just a great trainer, man, and just a guy who touched a bunch of kids' lives with basketball, and that's it, man. I told I just buried me in a Vashon blue sweatsuit, man. You know what I'm saying? Find a blue kangaroo, and I'm good. You hear me?
Oh man!
Shout out to Jim McKinney, man, head coach of Vashon. You know, another kid that was there when he came to Vashon as a freshman, and man, it's just, you know, Joe Sheldon and just Jesse Atkins, man, I can't stop, man. It just
it's a lot. It's a lot of them, man. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, I had to get you on here.
Yeah. You're right, B. You're right, man.
I ain't gonna hold you too much. I appreciate your time, Coach. And then
and we have to do
anything.
Again, you know, we got time. And, you know, you can go. I can go 3 hours easy.
Right, man. But that's why I want to kind of break, like, you know what I'm saying, just get some errors, get some nuggets to kind of to go out there, because you forget that, you know, how you know, the attention span of like some of the, you'd be surprised where these shows go to, man. I had folks that were picking this up in, like, you know, Eastern Europe, Norway,
no doubt.
you know, Africa. Like, it's so many spots that I forget. But what my thing is, I be wanting to shine the light on the guys that I looked up to. That, you know, like I said, it's 6 degrees of separation when it comes to a lot of these guys that are the studs and the ball players of St. Louis. We all got a handful of coaches that we all been around.
Real talk.
So like I said, I had to get you on here. So I'll let you get back to it, Coach, man. And give me some shout. Anybody you want to shout out? Anybody you want me to have on? Throw it out there, because they gonna see it.
Hey, listen, man. We in the St. Louis thing, man. They say we behind, but we catching up, baby. We catching up fast with guys like you doing it the right way. And we ain't doing no 9-ball dribbles, man. We doing give it a ringness, man. Everybody saw it, man. Y'all saw it. That was he told KD, come here, man. Come here. You know, so guys, be ready to show up when them lights come on, man. Just don't be that guy that can go around a cone or two. So that plays a lot. So that's why you have to help build that confidence in these kids also. You don't know what they got going on at home. And I know that you know that as a coach, but he may be lights out, but his mental may be somewhere else, So you have to find that out. And I specialize in that. Kid come in, hey, what you have for breakfast this morning? Breakfast? Why you want to know that? I want to know. Maybe we had the same thing. Maybe we feel the same kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Just, they catch them off guard. Like, yeah, they be, damn, what is it? Yeah. Yeah, I asked one of these about to go, what's her name? What you talking about? Come on, man, what's her name? Tiny. Yeah, okay. I know. Y'all broke up? Kinda. I can tell in the way you trained this morning, brother. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah. Hey, that's how it gotta be. We gotta have that connection. We gotta be able to know that, look, we on the same page and we want the same thing, so let's get to it.
Right, and we from the mud now. I'm a mud guy too.
Oh yeah, man.
I'm a mud guy too, man. Mud guy too. Why you keep one of them old? I got a jersey that I train in, right? It's the first jersey man gave me when he became a pro in Germany. That jersey, that jersey 15 years old, and I'm still washing it, and I still wear it because it's sentimental to me.
Right.
And if you ask me, I'm gonna tell you why. Why you always got that on? I feel some kind of way because I feel like you're undersized. He was undersized, and you can go get a few bucks doing it. I'm not saying you can be an NBA player, but I'm saying there's ways for you to go get this money, doing this, invest it, and live a nice life playing basketball.
What?
That's why, yeah. Hey, man, ain't number 62, right? It's 62 players to get drafted. Now, you got to ask yourself, are you one of 62, 64 best players in the world? You're probably not, but that's okay. But you can go get paid doing it. I'm not saying what level, and I ain't saying how much.
Right.
Put the work in and let things fall in place for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you can do.
Man, let's go, Coach. Let's end on that one. So
let's end on that, B. I'm gonna call you BT. They understand, man. I can't call it. I call it BT, baby.
I'm telling you, we got it out the mud. So, man, appreciate your time. Again, I usually say this on my closing, man. Make sure that you're grateful for every sunrise and thankful for every sunset. Again, Coach, man, appreciate you, man. Go on, get to it, and I'll holler back at you.
All right. Go Dragons.
All right. Yeah. Peace. All right.